Hi, I'm Carlos Valdes-Dapena. I wrote the book Lessons from Mars: How One Global Company Cracked the Code on High-Performance Collaboration and Teamwork. I am the managing principal of a company called Corporate Collaboration Resources. And this series of podcasts is going to present to you the insights, the ideas, and the techniques I developed over the years, and especially in the time I was working at Mars Incorporated. So why am I doing this? Let me give you a little background. My serious business career started in the 1980s when I worked for a small stock photography agency in New York City, back when stock photography was a new thing. I worked in sales, I worked in marketing. What I really learned at Comstock was how businesses work, how they grow, how they interact in a dynamic marketplace. That was my MBA. After 9 years in stock photography, I was hired by a consulting firm to do training in some of the very things I'd learned at Comstock. My focus, though, became teams and team effectiveness. And it was the first place I was exposed to some of the traditional models and frameworks that are used in team building. Did that for 3 years, moved on to IBM. At IBM, my focus was executive coaching, where I was an executive coach to a subset of IBM's top 35 global leaders. My big takeaway from IBM was understanding motivation. The coaching model I was trained in was based in a model of what motivates people to do work. That was useful and interesting. I spent 3 years there, and then I moved to Mars Incorporated in 2000, where I would spend 17 years. And it was at Mars Incorporated where those threads came together: my business knowledge, my understanding of teams and team effectiveness, and my understanding of how motivation works to get people doing the things that need to be done. At Mars, I did a variety of things. I was an internal organization effectiveness consultant. I didn't just work with teams. I worked with leaders. I worked with organization design. I worked with process. But in around 2008 or 2009, they asked me to focus exclusively on teams. And that was the beginning of a journey for me. A journey of bringing together all my experience, a journey of learning about what actually works in this space of team building and team development, and critically, what doesn't work. The book, Lessons from Mars, which Mars Incorporated was good enough and gracious enough to allow me to write and publish, goes into all of that. This series of podcasts is going to explore most of the big ideas that gave rise to that book and that are at the heart of the business I run today. I'm looking forward to sharing all of this with you, primarily because I believe it's time for a quiet revolution in team building. And these podcasts are my attempt to get that started, to share this knowledge, and to get you involved in the revolution I think needs to happen. Thanks very much. I'm looking forward to getting started.